the teacher or guru. About 1000 years before the birth of Christ, India was renowned as a great center of learning. The ancient Nalanda University was one great institution of many at the time. Kashi Raj, the king of the city of Kashi, today's Varanasi, was a good king and everyone loved him. He was righteous and strong. His reputation spread far and wide, and he was greatly respected by all. He had a son named Rahul. He was the only heir to his throne. Prince Rahul was a spoiled child. Even as a teenager, Rahul neglected his studies and spent all his time playing. Why should I study? I am a prince and I can get anything that I want. I can get silly degrees and certificates even without going to school. His father Kashi Raj was very worried. He is my only son. I must send him to Nalanda before it is too late. Rahul must prepare himself to ascend the throne. So one day he called his son and said, "It is time that you go to Nalanda and get educated before you take over this kingdom. You have spent far too much time enjoying yourself. You must work a little also if you are to become king." Rahul did not like the idea, but he did not dare oppose his father. Who knows? Rahul thought to himself. Maybe it will be more fun being away from all these nagging grown-ups. Rahul did not understand that it would not be easy. The king knew his son very well, and he wanted to make sure that Rahul experienced some hardship to humble his pride. Instead of giving Rahul a royal horse to ride to Nalanda, Kashi Raj ordered his men to arrange for a simple bullock cart to travel on. Rahul was angry that he would have to travel several days from Kashi to Nalanda on an uncomfortable bullock cart. "You must see more of the kingdom you will rule someday. Riding on a cart will give you an opportunity to see how your people live and what they feel. If you rode on a horse, you'd simply be a prince traveling instead of a person. It will take a few days to reach Nalanda. Perhaps you will learn something during that time." Rahul kept quiet but burning inside with anger. He spent most of the journey sulking in the back of the bullock cart. When he reached Nalanda, he was surprised to see that no one gave any preference to him for being a prince. Everyone, the teacher and the students, looked like monks with their shaved heads and saffron-colored robes. When Rahul arrived, the teacher spoke to the king's men. "Rahul will wear only these simple robes until his graduation. You may take his royal clothing back to Kashi." The royal attendants did as they were told by the teacher, even though Rahul was very angry. After his registration in the school, the teacher asked his assistants to shave Rahul's head, take him to the river to bathe, and provide him the school's uniform of 2 saffron pieces of cloth. Rahul found that his bed was hard, unlike his royal bed, and there was no one to attend to him. Rahul cried, but no one listened. There were several other princes at the school, and they all accepted the austere lifestyle of a student at Nalanda. They were all there to prepare themselves for service to the people as Rahul was. Rahul felt hungry for breakfast in the morning. But breakfast was only provided after an early morning bath and lengthy prayers. He missed his royal comforts. One day, Rahul was returning from the river after taking bath. There was no one with him. Suddenly he saw some peas drying in front of a house. He was so hungry, and he had to say all his morning prayers before he would get breakfast at school. He could not resist the peas and quickly took a handful to eat on his way back. The woman who lived in the house watched him and thought to herself, "It is only a teenager prank. He will not do it again." She decided to let him go. But when she saw the same thing happening every day, she decided to go and speak with the teacher. She went to the school and complained about the theft. "What kind of education are you providing to these kids?" She said, "The students must learn honesty now, or else they will turn out to be thieves later." The teacher apologized and assured her that Rahul would not take her peas again. He soon called Rahul in his room, bolted the room, took out his cane, and whipped Rahul on his back several times. In those days, beating was an accepted way of punishing children. Rahul cried in pain and promised to take revenge one day. He suddenly became serious and devoted all his time to his education in order to achieve his goal. Eventually, he completed his studies and returned home. But he did not forget the teacher who punished him. He was determined to take the revenge as he planned. A few years after Rahul returned, Kashiraj died, and Rahul was to ascend the throne. He planned to invite the teacher for the coronation and fulfill his secret desire of revenge. He sent his invitation to the teacher. The teacher was so happy to receive the invitation from his pupil. "I am so proud of Rahul. He has not forgotten me. I must travel to Kashi to attend the coronation." On the day of coronation, Rahul took the throne and there was great celebration. Then he asked his teacher to take the central place so that he can reward him for his work in front of royal guests and courtiers. No one knew what he was really going to do. The teacher stood happily at the center when Rahul declared, "Teacher, do you remember whipping me so hard many years ago when I ate a handful of peas because I was hungry? I still have those cane marks on my back. It is time to return the favor. Do you have anything to say before I do? The court was stunned to hear this. The chief minister felt very uncomfortable. What is the new king is up to? The teacher was taken aback. He spoke after a moment. King Rahul, you would have turned out to be a thief. Your father, the late Kashi Raj, would not have allowed you to take the throne with your false morals. You are sitting on the throne because you learned that stealing has its consequences. But you did not understand, and you still do not understand, that I punished you to protect you and to teach you. I am only sorry that I did not do my job well enough. After a long moment of silence, Rahul realized that the teacher had not beaten him for personal gain or pleasure or revenge. He had tried to show righteousness by showing the pain and suffering that wrong action brings to everyone, including the wrongdoers. The whipping was only a means to set his future in right direction. He felt the deep marks on his back as a reminder for the price he paid for taking a wrong turn in his life, and realized that those marks did not belong on the back of his respected teacher. He got up from the throne, ran to the teacher, and fell at his feet. The entire court stood up and offered a standing ovation to their new king.